everyone, this is Selena from Close Look. I'm here with Pooja. She's 19 years old, she's a dancer. So Pooja, tell me, when did you first become interested in dancing?
I started becoming interested in dancing when I was actually really young, probably around 4 or 5 years old.
Okay, and what kind of dancing do you do?
I started off doing ballet, Kathak, and all the traditional East Indian dancing, and then later on I got into Bollywood and then hip-hop, and now I'm doing both as a combination.
Well, that's interesting. So do you do a lot of performances at events and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I perform at a lot of parties at halls. I try to get into that. I volunteer at charity stuff, like I just did the Fiji Festival with my dance group. And I perform just for my family at little functions and stuff like that.
Okay, and how long have you been doing this for?
Performing at functions, I've been doing that since I was 12, so about 7 years, 6 years.
Wow, lots of experience. Is it something that you've always wanted to do?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've always loved dance. It's always been a passion for me, and I always wanted to perform in front of people and so hopefully get further into it.
That's interesting. So like it was more of like a hobby. Do you see yourself doing it as a career in the future? Something that you want to keep on doing?
For sure. Dance is something that's always been in my life. Dance is something I want to do as a career. Obviously I can't do that for too long, but as I'm young I want to do that as much as possible.
That's good. And also, like, do you have any other hobbies outside of dance, or do you have any other ways that you like to stay fit? Because dancing is probably very strenuous. It's something that you have to keep in shape for, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah, usually dance is my fitness. I don't do much other working out. I do core work maybe at the gym, strengthening. And other than dance, my hobbies probably, I love hockey. I played hockey actually for 3 years.
Go to Mexico.
Exactly. We didn't win it this year, but we will next. Besides hockey, I also love doing nails, nail designs. I love spa. I went to school actually for aesthetics, so that's another thing I'm really into.
Well, that's interesting. It's always good to have a good balance of different things, right?
Exactly.
So how do you find that you balance yourself between school and do you work at all?
Yeah, actually I work 2 jobs and I'm looking for a new job actually, but with the 2 jobs it's very flexible and I can still do my dancing at the same time. So I actually have a pretty open schedule still, even though it seems 2 jobs so busy, dance so busy, it's really not.
It seems very busy. So what does your average week look like?
Probably dance practice like 2-3 times a week at the least, and working at one place 4 times a week and another about 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay, so you're talking about how you went to school for aesthetics. Do you plan on pursuing a career in that as well?
Hopefully I am gonna pursue that. It's something that I've always loved to do. When I got into high school, I actually loved doing nails, so I looked into it, decided to do the whole spa thing, and it's going to be a fallback for me and something I do after I can't dance anymore, because dancing you can only do it till a certain age sometimes on the dancing that I want to do. Otherwise it's a side thing I want to do for sure.
That's good. Do you watch a lot of Bollywood movies?
Somewhat. I watch a little bit.
Any dancers you look up to?
Dancers I look up to? My dance partner, Sanjay, I look up to him a lot because, yeah, we're the same age and everything, but he's an inspirational dancer. I look up to any dancers that are around me other than out there on TV and stuff like that, because the inspiration I get from the dancers I know, I can get inspired more by their words and I can watch them live more, and I danced with them, trained with them, I know how they are as people too, and so it's a little bit more inspiring to me to go through the dancers like that.
No, that's interesting. Do you travel a lot for your dance?
Not quite yet, but I'm hoping to soon.
I see. What do you see in your 5-year plan? Where do you hope to be?
I hope to be traveling, of course, for dance with my dance group, Jawani Kichetka. I want to also be doing music videos and touring with artists with the hip-hop dancing that I do. So hopefully there's going to be an agency here that can sponsor me to do that, and hopefully I'll make it big in the next 5 years.
Sounds like a good plan. family think about this? Have they always been really supportive of what you've wanted to do?
Always. They actually, when I was younger, I asked them, I want to do this, I want to do that. They put me in it. They're supporting me with everything I've done, everything I want to do, and everything I've been doing.
Must be really helpful.
It is very helpful. My mom actually helps me out a lot because my mom, when as a younger girl, she danced a lot too. So it's good to have that. She gives me that extra push that I need to keep pursuing what I want to do, pursue my dreams. So it's very helpful. They're very supporting on everything I do.
That's good. They help. They probably increase the passion for what you want to do.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, for sure. So what high school did you go to?
I went to 2 high schools. I went to Johnson Heights Secondary for grade 8 to 10. And then I moved, so I switched to Enver Creek and graduated from there.
Okay. And so when you're in school, did you find was it easy for you? Was it easy to balance your dancing and your schoolwork?
School wasn't easy. It was easy to balance everything, though. I still, at that time, in grade 12, I was working, going to school, dancing, and through grade 9 to grade 12, I was dancing and going to high school at the exact same time, so it wasn't too bad of a balance.
Oh, were you doing more hip-hop or more of the Hindi dancing, or?
When I was in high school, probably at around, actually before I went to high school, grade 7, I started doing more hip-hop dancing, and I did that for 5 years.
Okay. And did you have a lot of exposure to like performances in high school? Like did they have like special events? Did you perform? That sort of thing?
Not in my high school. There wasn't really much for performing. Johnson Heights didn't have a dance team at all. So I didn't really do much. We tried to get some dancers together. We did a little bit of cheerleading together and did stuff in the school for performing, otherwise nothing outside the school. And then when I went to Enver Creek, they did have a dance program. It was a course though, just an elective. I took that. And it was there were more contemporary, ballet, jazz, and I was more hip hop. I respect the whole ballet, contemporary jazz. I tried it out. I wasn't bad, but I'm more into hip hop anyway, and I tried to get a team together, and that didn't work out. So we didn't really do any performances other than the year-end recital for the classes. Most of my performances was through my dance school, Fear Dance. It's not around anymore, but I did a lot of performances right there, competitions and charity events with that.
So you're lucky that throughout your whole career, your parents were very supportive of your dancing and all of your dreams and your passions in that sense. What advice can you give to students whose parents have different expectations for them, but they have a whole different mindset of what they want to do?
I can't really answer that question because my parents have always been supportive in everything I do, but I do have somebody who's living, breathing proof of dealing with that and who can actually advise people better than I can. His name is Ron, and he's actually here with me today.
Or is he a friend of yours?
Very good friend of mine, yes.
Okay, well, let's have a talk with Ron then. So Ron, tell us more about yourself and the situation that you went through in school.
When I came to this country, you had lots of expectations from your parents. So I went to high school here, then graduated, then decided to go into engineering. But my parents were more into medical field and job security and such. So I think I went to a year of Kwang Lun, and then after that didn't know what I really wanted to do, so I just let go for a year, and then that's when my parents were like, okay, we'll want to do something in the medical field. So I went and got ahead, did my pharmacy technician program, and after that was getting into UBC to get my pharmacy degree to become a pharmacist. While I was doing that though, I realized that that's not what I really wanted to do. So at that time I didn't know what I really wanted to do. But after a while, I realized that, you know, when I was little, I was more into doing things with my hands, more mechanical stuff. And then I thought about becoming an aircraft engineer and doing something like that. So I talked to my parents about it. It was late in my studies, and to get out of that would be a lot of debt on my head, kind of thing. So I completed it, and I'm working in a pharmacy right now. But I'm going back to school in September, and I'm trying to get what I really wanted to do, which is be something in the aircraft field. So my future goal would be to work for Boeing and just be with airplanes. That's what I like to do.
What were your parents' initial reaction to you wanting to get into engineering?
Well, initially they didn't want me to go because they didn't have any programs here, so I would have to go away from this province, and they didn't want me to go because my sister has already left. She was in Toronto, so they didn't want me to go. But now they've seen that what my sister has done, and she's really happy. So right now they're really supportive of me trying to do what I really want to do in my life.
Well, it's good to see that you're following your dreams and that your parents are finally supportive of it. So it's always nice to see. Thank you, Dancer-Pooja, for coming out and chatting with us today. If you have a story you'd like to share with us, please contact us at www.closelook.ca.